Hey, Sandra here with First Class RV Adventures, and I am super excited to come live to you today with information about where in the world does First Class RV Adventure stay when we travel. So I wanted to share this. I have done a video about this, but not recently. I think we did it over a year ago. So we use Thousand Trails. We love Thousand Trails. Actually, where we're at today is somewhere where I vacationed when I was a child for almost 10 years, because just a fun fact about this is when I did it, back in the 80s and 90s, it was called Outdoor World. And it just so happens to be that Thousand Trails bought Outdoor World campgrounds over. So this one happened to be one of them. So many of the ones that we're going to be going to as a family, I actually vacationed as a child at those campgrounds. So that's pretty cool. Fun little fact about me. But anyways, back to Thousand Trails. So with Thousand Trails, we love it. There's different packages. We have what's called the Elite membership. We actually started with the zone package, where basically you choose like a Northeast zone, a Southeast, depending, like different zones in the US. But we realized pretty quickly after a couple months that it just wasn't working for us, because with that package, you have to be 2 weeks. You could be 2 weeks at a campground, and then you have to leave for a week and, find somewhere else to stay where you pay. And it just it didn't make sense because we full-time. That would probably make sense if we were not full-timers. So when we did the Elite was because we could stay up to 3 weeks at one park, and then we can move to another one. So 3 weeks max, but you could stay whatever, 2 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever, 3 weeks max. And then twice a year, you can add an additional week for only $29. So 2 times a year, you can add, for $29, you can stay 4 weeks straight. So that's pretty cool. We actually did take advantage of that over the summer, and we loved it. We were right by the beach. So we love it. It makes so much sense for us. There's over 170 campgrounds. Like, hello, that makes so much sense. Now, recently, they also added what's called the Trails Collection Package, which I love because there's so many more campgrounds, and that's only $200 a year. It's $199. So that's pretty cool. That's something that we are actually adding this coming January to our Elite, because we're going to have so many more parks in Florida and Arizona. So that for us is a no-brainer. So the other thing with Thousand Trails is that when you get your package the first year, you also get like these really cool extras, like RV on the go, which is some campsites that are like $10 to $15 a night. So we actually did use that a couple of times our first year. We loved it. We stayed out in Venice Beach. So there's different places that you can stay for a very small amounts that are not part of your campgrounds, that are free, that are included in your membership, but you pay like very minimal. And then you get a whole other book. I should have brought my books out here so you could see them. And then you get a whole other book with campgrounds 50% off. I love Thousand Trails because I can make all of my reservations online. Obviously, I am a digital nomad, so doing things online for me makes sense. So I make all our reservations online. I am very much go with the wind. I'm not a huge planner, but I believe you have 180 days that you can make your reservation in advance. So that makes it, for those that are planners, I mean, it's great. I'm not much of a planner. We usually don't know where we're going next week. So that's kind of how we flow. But I used to be a bigger planner. So I think back a couple years ago, that 180 days would have been a great thing for me. The other thing about Thousand Trails that I love is that they have like an agreement with what's called Encore properties. So you get 20% off of Encore campgrounds, and there is so many of those as well. So that's another neat little bonus, and that's for life. That's part of your membership. And the person that helped me get started with my Elite membership, her name's Angela. I highly recommend her. I've had friends contact her, even though they're not in the same state. She could do everything right online. It's very easy, very convenient. You could give her a call. You can email her. I'm going to put her information below. She really helped us out with our membership because, like I said, we originally had a zone pack, or what's it called? I think it's called a zone pass. That's what we originally had. And she really helped us and made the transition super simple to go from a zone pass to what we have now, the elite. And she was so helpful. I happened to be able to meet her in person. She is amazing, great woman. Make sure you contact her for your membership. You could ask her any questions. If you already happen to have a zone pass, she will help you with upgrading if that's what you're looking to do. And the cool thing is that, so I met her in person, you know, I had the meeting with her, we thought about it, and then we decided to do it. When we decided to do it, we weren't in Orlando anymore. We actually were traveling, checking out other campgrounds. So she actually was so amazing that she did everything online. She didn't ship. Yeah, actually she did. She shipped out our books, which was nice, like all of our membership package and our paperwork and all that to where we were at. So really, really, really awesome working with her. I highly recommend her. She's already helped, you know, some of the people that I've sent over, and they've all been very satisfied. So I would only recommend somebody that, you know, I personally have had contact with, whether in person or online. Her happened to be in person. So if you happen to be in Orlando and you want to meet her in person, she works at the one in Thousand Trails, Orlando out there. So you can go and do everything physically there, have all your stuff, you know, you could leave her office with your stuff, except probably this is my card, which I won't show you because it has my member number, but this they'll mail out to you. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Yeah, so that's it. That is what we love about our Thousand Trails campgrounds. We have been to a lot of them, and I'm actually starting to put them all up on our blog so you can kind of see a review of them. Also on our YouTube channel. So I am actually working on collecting all the data of where we've been, and that way we can share it with you guys. That way you guys can see. I'm actually even going an extra mile. I'm writing down what the price is at their laundromat, because not everybody has a washing machine or a dryer in their RV. So I'm actually putting that in the information as well, or in the videos that I'm doing. So stay tuned for all of that. That will be in firstclassrvadventures.com. I will have all the reviews for all of the parks. I'm also putting them up on TripAdvisor. So if you are looking, you know, to stay at any Thousand Trails, I want to be like your go-to girl. Like, okay, has First Class RV Adventures been there yet? And how did they like it? Because we've liked 99% of them. There's one particular park that was not our favorite. And so I will include all of that and the reasons as to why, because for me, it was because it wasn't very kid friendly. So for you, it might not matter because maybe you don't have kids. So I will put the reasons behind it too. And I can't wait. Stay tuned for the next video. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel if you are ready to learn way more about RVing, if you're ready to follow our daily adventures that we share with you, that we share the good, the bad, and the funny. I mean, we share it all. Unfortunately, we don't have a camera following us 24/7, but we get as much as we possibly can with our cameras. So don't forget to subscribe. We also want to really inspire you to live your definition of freedom. So whatever freedom means to you, whether it's, doing what we did, hit the road and just break away from everything, or whether it is to whatever your definition of freedom is. Our goal is to inspire you to live your definition of freedom, not what society told you was normal, not what your parents or your family members tell you, what freedom means to you. And sometimes it takes another crazy person, such as us, to help you realize that what you're doing right now is not currently what you want to be doing, that it's just kind of where you have been led to be at. So don't forget, I'm Sandra with First Class RV Adventures, where we support your dreams. Bye.